Hello there, folks. Welcome to ZSR. We've got another tournament match for you today. This is another fun one. Oh my goodness, we have had so many streams today, so much Zelda race action. Tonight, we have bentglasstube versus drjayphd. We've got Melee Wizard and Nightcrawler here on commentary. We've got Bleeding Blue and Johnny Game Show tracking in the background to make sure we know what's happening. You guys take it away. Let's have some fun.
Let's have some fun indeed. How's it going?
Yes, I am Melee Wizard alongside, Nightcrawler. I'm bad with names, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm pretty underground at this point.
And so we've got a pretty important match here, at least for bentglasstube. So bentglasstube is 1-3. drjayphd is 0-4. Dr. J is out of the running for the bracket stage. bentglasstube is not. If he wins this match, he's in. And so it's all just a matter of, can bentglasstube pull through, or will drjayphd be playing spoiler tonight?
Well, from BGT's face cam, it looks like he's having a good time, but Dr. JPHD's got a cool sprite, so I don't know who to vote for at this point, but they're both in that trophy cave. Let's see what's in here.
And
Heart.
Well, it's not a bad start.
Nope, and we will see pretty much identical play from both runners at this point. Dr. JPHD choosing not to take the life fill-up, I kind of agree with that. I mean, it's early, so... and
probably wants to get that
so
attack 2 ASAP.
Definitely. And he got plenty of health right now.
I mean, you just got a heart container, so you just got a free refill anyway.
Ooh, P-Bag. 500.
Oh,
and another one, 500. Okay.
Haha. Well, then that's pretty good. Although I believe under these flags the drops are standardized, so our runners will be getting the same drops in the same order.
Is that what it is?
So that's why they both got the 500 P bag pretty much at the same time.
I wasn't exactly sure that's what it meant. In fact, I wasn't sure what it meant. But here we got another P bag at the grass spot. So far, both 500.
Well, I mean,
okay.
It's another. I think most of these P bags that are in actual item locations, most of them should be 500s.
Yeah.
That is a lot of experience early on. Both of our runners at 3-2-3 already. That is nice.
I guess we're not going to see too many early deaths. That makes me sad.
Well,
I mean, they're almost ready to go into Death Mountain right now.
Yeah, I think most runners will try to avoid Death Mountain unless they really, really have to.
Oh, I hope they do. I'm always hoping they do. Jump cave.
Question in chat regarding the candle. During these Swiss flags, all of our runners have been starting with the candle. Once we get to the bracket stage, that will end.
Yeah.
Unless our runners agree beforehand and have it approved by the higher-ups.
Yeah, I think even if they agree, it's still going to be a no. But, I don't know. I never asked for it. I mean, I think it's more fun without the candle, personally.
It took me a while to get used to not having it. Although since I've been getting used to having it again during Swiss, I'm gonna have to get used to not having it again starting next week.
And we got the first town, which is the first town, Rauru.
Okay, so free spell, perhaps a free hint. Nothing yet, though.
Now there are 4 hints that are generated when you play with hints on, and one of them is going to be kind of what's considered by the game as a worthless hint. That is one that leads to a magic container, heart, P bag, life, red jar, that sort of thing.
Oh, really?
Dr. J apparently is not very interested in getting some hints.
And there's the fairy spell. Nice thing to have early.
Yeah, so what that means is, what I was saying before is that at least 3 of them will be for major items, but that includes like the cross, so maybe not major all the time.
I know, I like the cross. It means you don't get hit by invisible enemies.
Yeah, but if you get Fire Thunder, then you just get your retribution. Oh, we had a Thunder Fire yesterday. It was pretty
Yeah,
epic.
a couple of my seeds recently had Thunderfire. It's always a nice thing to have. And even when you have Thunderfire, I'd rather know what I'm using it on. But oh well.
All right.
We
Well,
all
so
have
far
our
I haven't really found anything useful except for the fairy spell, which is of course in the logic, it's probably a required item for them, required get, and it could be just straight up required depending on how the palaces are laid out.
Yeah, bentglasstube finding the back end of Saria does have fairy. Actually, I think it is just enough magic to use it. Looks like he's. And Dr. J finding the front half of Saria. Well, that's... Sometimes Saria can work as a pass-through. Not in this case, I think. Go west to find the cross. So that's not really the best hint, because that still leaves a decent number of locations open on the east side. Not to mention that can also include the items in New Kasuto. Our spell is Life. Vanilla. Lovely.
A nice thing to have, but you know they're probably looking for a little bit more at this point. They've only picked up one thing that's, you know, potentially required, but we're only 6 minutes in.
And we saw the raft spot there.
Nice and easy to get to. Have we seen the north half of this continent? You know, very often the north and south are split.
I don't think we have
cast life. I guess our racers cannot cast life yet, which is a little sad. I think I know what level's going up next.
Bentglasstube went for Life 4. So they're both in different item caves. Bentglasstube finding the raft. Near the raft spot. Makes perfect sense. Oh, life costs 104. No wonder.
Oh. Even with that extra magic in it, they can't cast it yet.
No.
That puts them at 80. So they would need like 2 more magic containers at this point.
Yeah, assuming they stayed at Magic 2.
Yeah. Quite an expensive start for life.
And hopefully Bentglasstube noticed that the two halves of Saria were pretty much right next to each other.
Yeah, I hope so too. I think you'll get it. This is a very simple overworld that they're exploring so far, but we haven't seen the north side of the continent, so you know, could be some crazy shenanigans you have to go through to get up there.
Yeah, I think the only pass-through cave I've seen so far was Jump Cave.
Right. So that might be required.
Yeah, they do have ferry. They can get across there.
So Tiamat is wishing the runners luck. And depending on whether this is Tiamat, Babylonian Mother of Monsters, or if this is Tiamat, the multi-headed dragon goddess of evil and chaos from Dungeons & Dragons, I'm sure it's worth a lot to the runners either way. Sorry.
Well, I know that there was a Final Fantasy PSP race, so that particular Tiamat is very much dead, so...
Getting the heads up that it is the 5-headed D&D dragon goddess. So we got the pan pipes for both racers now.
Alright, we can see... Oh, that's North Palace, never mind. So, it looks like...
Jump cave,
that
possibly.
jump cave might be required, although I did see... I think it was Dr. J at least saw an entrance to Death Mountain. So, that seems like... Unless we find something else... Well, they do have the wrap, so they do have access to the east side.
I mean, they will have to go through Jump eventually because they've only found 0 palaces. So...
Right. Yeah, that's true. That is kind of odd. That they're going this far without finding any palaces yet.
More P-bags for the P-bag god.
Oh, right. We had the fairy cave. I forgot about that.
Nice. Okay, well, 2 passers, and we haven't seen either of the other ends, so they probably both go to the same northern section. Probably, but it could be one of them heads to some crazy valley or something when the game does that.
Well, hey, they can cast life now. Magic 3, it's affordable.
Nice.
Still very expensive, but affordable. And Dr. J looks to be looking around Death Mountain while bentglasstube is exploring new territory here on presumably the north side.
I love it. I hope that Death Mountain is totally required. I hope it leads to a pass-through.
There's the other half of Death Mountain. The mountain entrance.
I want it to lead to a pass-through that leads to a valley that has a last town in it that has, like, Reflect or something.
Rebanak has the P-bag, so P3 item is worthless.
Yep. Always good to get those clues. And so we've had 2 clues so far. I think it's usually 2 and 2, like 2 for each continent, but I don't think that I've confirmed that personally yet.
I don't remember that myself either.
If you did know that, you would know, oh, I can stop looking for clues on this continent.
Well, I know. Ooh,
hey.
Dr. J finding Hammer Cave. Okay.
Let's see glove. I always love the Death Mountain digs.
Well, thankfully this wasn't too much of a dig. Didn't take long for Dr. J to find it. bentglasstube finding Mido, which is a big find here. Yeah,
and that's if he decides to go into Death Mountain, that's going to make it a lot easier for him. Oh, Red Dyra, ouch.
Barbara Slithers, hammers in P6.
So that's 3 clues on the first one. We had a clue for cross. Is that not correct?
That is correct, yes.
So that's the 3rd clue on this continent. That leaves 1 clue left to find in the game. Aside from the spell hints.
Right, yeah, those are a given for under these flags at least.
Right.
So not only can bentglasstube get the down stab, which he's doing right about now, can also get some information on where the medicine is. Because for all we know, the spell for Mido could be Reflect or Thunder.
Absolutely.
But, yep, so that's some interesting information, because we don't know if the hammer's going to be required, so if it is, they're going to have to be diving Palace 6. And the medicine is in the west. Okay.
So, yeah, they're going to find it really soon.
And we know that does exclude Death Mountain.
Yes, it does, but it does not exclude weird little shore cove things or strange valleys.
Right.
So they might be looking for that for a while. Or it could just be right here.
And P-bag.
Well, he gets 2.
He got 2 500s. Okay, that'll be worth something.
Unfortunately, he's gonna drop one of those P-bags. Oh no, he's walking out with it.
And bentglasstube finds Ruto and Great Palace. And that is Palace 2. And he's going in.
That's,
okay.
Well, okay, yeah. You can cast Fairy now. It's 1 per life at this point, though, isn't it?
I believe. Actually, no, 2. He can afford to cast twice. It was like
nice.
32-ish.
So Dr. JPHD is trying to get a level up before he dies. Not too far away from it. He could probably go into the cave to the right and get some more kills there. It'd probably be faster to do that than to walk all the way out, but who knows?
So, I may be making much ado about nothing, but bentglasstube is making a bit of a risk diving into Palace 2, because it is possible to be glove blocked in here.
Yes, it is. And, there's always all these, things called locked doors, but...
Well, they have fairies, so that's not as big of an issue.
Yeah, and he's already found a key. All of the extra P bags and lives in these early palaces are replaced by keys. So it's unlikely to get totally blocked, but it can be very annoying to get keys sometimes. So that's why you don't see racers diving in and just looking for keys in all the palaces.
Oh, heck, I've gotten key locked out of one before.
Oh, wow.
Alright, Dr. J going through Fairy Cave will be largely following in bentglasstube's footsteps.
So he's got some pretty great levels at this point. BGT catching up, but unfortunately, the Death Mountain dig was a dud, and that's.
But at least it wasn't
4 minutes of lost time.
It wasn't as big of a time sink as it could have been.
Right. And the sad part is, it could still be required to go to Death Mountain because we didn't get Spectral Rock. Hopefully, he gets the key for where the hammer is, just so that he's not kind of.
Well, he'll find Mido eventually, and he has Fairy, so there's no reason for him not to go to at least get downstab. They'll probably get the clue for that along the way, like bentglasstube did.
Although he didn't check for hints in Rauru, did he?
I don't believe so, but it's getting the spell item hints different, because at least you know that's there. With the random hints, you don't know if you're gonna find it or not. With the spell hints, at least under these lights, you know they're there.
Right. I was gonna say, I think BGT had slightly less than half magic, but he just got a magic level up, so hey.
And got a magic container as well.
Yep. So he's got all the magic he needs, but since he hasn't seen the glove block yet, it's becoming increasingly likely he's not going to be able to finish the palace.
And Dr. J is heading into Root's home. Let's see if maybe it's just for a touch-up here.
Yeah,
it was just a healing trip.
Huh? You don't? Yeah. What do you think? If you were all the way to the magic refill lady, you just walk to the next screen and see where the trophy is. I mean, because that could give you a hint what palaces not to check for items, or what palaces to check for items. And you're already there. But here.
Yep, and Dr. J is in too, and he's diving on in.
Interesting that both runners are, doing the same thing.
Yeah, but the overworld exploration, Dr. J definitely did went about it in a bit of a different way. So I don't think he's seen Mido yet.
Yeah, that's right. He doesn't have any downstabs. No downstabs at all. I think Ben GT bentglasstube has maybe given up on getting some extra levels out of this palace. I mean, they're almost at the point where they can beat the game, so it makes sense. Or they might even be able to beat the game at 444. And they're going to get at least one level from every turn in, so.
Yeah.
So they're pretty comfortable. They could stop looking for P-bags completely at this point. Or stop going for them. You never really look for a P-bag in this. Unless,
assuming they don't burn gems, which I don't know how likely either of our runners are to be doing a strat like that. They would be, at least for bentglasstube side, these pretty much guaranteed to be at least, 666 minimum?
Yeah, I think so.
Or whatever equivalent
or 5,
is.
6, 7 or something.
Yeah, given the random XP requirements, it may not be exactly that much, but but you know what I mean.
Well, this was a good gamble for bentglasstube. No actual requirement for the glove so far, so that's one headache out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Dr. J on his last life.
And
I don't suspect
bentglasstube turning in the first gem of the race at about 19 minutes. And this is where not having downstab is hurting Dr. J, because he can't just bounce off the Iron Knuckles' head and be on his way.
And he's on his last life, so he probably doesn't want to take any damage, trying to jump over his head.
And that Iron Knuckle didn't even... What was...
70.
Yeah, it only gave 70. It's like, really...
There's that medicine.
There's the medicine. Okay.
Now, Dr. J can pick a little bit of time up if he finds that cave before heading into Mido. Because I would say Dr. J is a little bit behind right now. Not too much, but it's things like that. Don't die with this key. Without downstab, that key is a little trickier to get without falling into the lava. I think he's going to get a couple levels out of this. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Unless he dies here.
Well,
but he has plenty of magic.
Let's just try to think positive. He does have life, so he's able to do that much at least.
Absolutely.
And fighting Helmet Head with attack 4, yeah, no problems at all.
Well, one more hit from the main fireball, and it might have been lights out. Alright, so, again, we got 4, 5, 6. It's going to be 4, 5, 6 on Dr. J's side. He's going to up any after this so he can get his lives back. He's not going to be wasting the experience that way. Or maybe not. Okay. That's a little risky.
Yeah, a little bit.
But hey, if you're in it to win it, take them risks. I mean, with these kind of levels, you're not really going to die anywhere except for in a palace, It's not like he's even going to get...
It's another magic container.
Wow, okay, well, New Kasuto is pretty much on lock at this point.
Yep. And I noticed Dr. J did not get the magic container out of 2.
Little concerned about Dr. J taking the, like 10 or 10 seconds to kill those 2 tiny enemies. But you got a 500 point P-bag out of the top.
That's why I'm not going to argue about that, because with the random drops, you could get a 500 P-bag at any time. Same goes with 1-ups, keys, who knows what.
Sure, yeah. I mean, they've been playing this seed for long enough to know that it's the small enemies that drop the big P-bags.
Well, I mean, anything, it doesn't matter if it's small or large. Anything can drop anything.
Oh, no. They actually have their own drop lists.
Well, that's what but I mean, they're not... It's still anything can drop anything. It's just each one has its own order, I guess.
Yeah, before you use the randomizer, anything can drop anything. But once you generate a seed, the list is on lock. So, like, we haven't seen any...
Item spells required. There's Thunder.
Nice.
That's actually has the same cost as life. That's weird.
And Dr. J's going to be picking it up along with his downstab, so a little bit of efficiency here. And so, yeah, he will be picking up that time. Pretty nice. He might up an A.
Yeah, bentglasstube quickly up an 8 after getting Thunder. We might be getting our first trip to the east. Oh, but downstab is so good.
Alright, so Drossy's asking, why doesn't BGT care about getting massive point bags? Well, frankly, like, a decent runner for Z2R can beat the game at 555, and he's guaranteed, like, 666 at this point, or 456 or something. So, he's just saving every second by avoiding these P-bags. That can work out, or it can not work out. It can lead to a game over in GP. So, there's always a gamble in everything.
Oh yeah. It's all about what you're comfortable with. If you're comfortable with doing things at lower levels, then all power to you. And that's why I don't mind the cross.
Yeah, see, he didn't even stay on the screen to pick up the experience from that kill. He does not care about about his levels.
Yeah, he just wants to go.
Which is, honestly, usually a winning strategy. Alright, Heart Container Cave. Did we see this in BGT side?
I believe that was that was a magic container.
Yeah. Oh, but Dr. J has 2 containers down. Did Dr. J not pick up the P2 item?
Nope. No,
okay.
Did not.
Unlikely to be required, but it could be.
Well, that's also... Well, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look at that beautiful Death Mountain. It's even got a forest.
You mean Valley of Death, but yeah, I have never seen that before. Wow.
Yeah, I saw one of those in NSC not too long ago. It was missing... I think, again, it was missing just 2 tiles out of the normal just moat of lava. So it's not even got its own moat. It's the easiest Valley of Death you'd ever see.
Well, there's Naburu, so we got another free spell. And he is still checking for hints.
Yeah, the lady in this town, she just wants some water. I guess, like, straight out of Link's hands. Or his hat, or whatever. Boots. I don't know how Link's carrying that water to her. I guess he'd have a canteen, but geez, lady. With a house like that, I'm sure you've got a faucet.
Well, she's rewarding generosity.
Right, of course.
And ooh, there's fire.
Let's see what that is. Another flag is that we have linked fire, because it's normally a pretty worthless spell. So it's linked to something other than itself. So when you cast fire, it'll cast the other spell too. Or when you cast that spell, it'll cast fire. So we know it's not fairy.
Well, we wouldn't know if it was fairy.
Wouldn't know it's, yeah, we wouldn't know if it's fairy, but it's not.
I'm pretty sure it's not thunder. Well, I don't think anyone's cast thunder yet either.
It's not testing it out yet.
So we do know it's not linked to life.
Right.
Yeah, we've had 2 vanilla spells so far.
We can ask Dig Shake for a refund if you want.
Alright, so going through the pass-through cave, see where things go.
And Dr. J's, I guess, just making sure he's not missing anything.
Right.
In Western. I think he knows it's time to go, though. So he's heading back through the fairy cave to preserve his experience. Yeah, that's
I don't think that's fairy cave.
Oh,
no, never mind. It is.
Yeah.
Ooh, but there's a town right there on the other end of that pass-through cave for bentglasstube.
Nice. What we got? Ooh, Nukasudo. Hammer?
Okay, so Nukasudo is not hidden this time around. And yet, bentglasstube already had 7 magic containers, so we won't, that's not getting us any information.
Yeah, so Dr. J, when he goes out there, he might not be able to get this item. There's a 1/3 chance of that. But it's just a heart, so...
Hearts are fine.
No heart,
more health is always fine. Well, I'm sure our runners would probably prefer like the key or the glove or something like that. But one thing, unless the spell here is vanilla spell, we won't be able to get the other item out of here. And okay, I thought he was just going to leave without even getting that spell, but
he's going to test out fire, see if it's the spell.
Possibly. So 1 in 7 chance.
Better than that. Because we already know that it's not life.
Right,
It's
yeah.
not fire, so...
And there's reflect.
Alright, well, they're good to go then.
Yep.
They've even got the nicest spell to get, other than they required 2.5. I mean, I'd rather have life compared to most of the... jump is pretty good.
I did not know you could do that.
What, he ferried out to the top?
Uh-huh.
What? 29 minutes in. I gotta make a note. I gotta see that again. Alright, so fairy is not linked to spell.
No.
Oh, sorry, fire is not linked to spell.
That was a bit of a time save that bentglasstube did getting out of that one house. Okay. Look, Dr. J is on the eastern side and is in New Kasuto as well. And it is 7 magic containers. Oh, wow.
God.
Oh, wow. Well, we know it's only a heart, but...
Imagine if he comes back, you're hoping it's a glove or something.
Oh, wow. That would have to mean the glove is in some super trolly spot, though.
Well, it's not in the open yet.
Well, there's another town for bentglasstube, though. The only towns left are Darunia and Old Kasuto. And it's Old Kasuto. And there's the spell. Oh, jeez. Well, then.
See him roll his eyes. I'd be rolling my eyes. Okay,
Yeah, I would be too. Because I remember in my last seed, I beat Palace 5, went to Mido, got the spell hint. The spell item hint said that it was in Palace 5.
You know, it would be kind of nice if there was a guaranteed hint in Old Kasuto.
Yeah, there is a hint location in Old Kasuto. I forget which house it's in, but yeah.
It's in like the last house of the second part of the town. It would make the cross a more valuable item because a lot of times
Yeah, everything is invisible there.
Yeah.
Alright, so was this double dip worth it? Yeah, well, it's the trophy.
Yeah. No, it's not. They already have their spells.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd say, sure, it's worth it. In a normal
what
game.
other spells do we have left? We
don't.
Shield and...
A jump could be okay. Jump from Jump Town? Why not? I mean, we got 2 spells from Vanilla Location already. And we got the New Kasuto spell from Old Kasuto, so, you know, that's some correlation there too.
Alright, so Dr. J did not find Noburu yet, so he must have just gone straight into that pass-through cave first time out.
Yeah, that's okay for him, though.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like there were any palaces in that neck of the woods, though. And there's Darunia. And bentglasstube is not heading in there.
He is trying to jet this seed.
And, well, there's the ocean tile. Can't do anything about that right now.
So the thing with Darunia, for those watching, is that you get the upstab technique from there. And it can be pseudo-required. Because I say pseudo-required because there's a trick you can do that's very hard to avoid it. But, yeah, you need jump to avoid it, even if you don't have upstep. So it's like, if you don't have upstep or jump, and like a super lot of skill, then you can be blocked for not having upstep in GP. Unlikely, especially with a short GP like we have right now. But it can happen.
And, well, we know the flute's required. There's 3-Eye Rock.
BGT thinking of going through this password? Oh, Dr. J's in this password too. Well, one decided no, and one decided yes. I think Bent Glass 2 was hoping that this bastard is going to take him closer to Maze Island.
Yeah, we haven't found the way to there yet.
And it looks like boots might actually be quite useful in this seed, with this river that's passing and dividing up the continent.
Didn't get a hint for that, though. Oh, we got some more caves here, though. That's another pass through.
Yeah.
That's another pass through.
I think Dr. J is actually going to have some trouble here. Like, this addiction to experience is costing him time here and there. And, you know, I'm one to talk, right? Getting 888 in that one game. But,
I got 888 in my last race, too. But I had Thunderfire, so I was just destroying everything in my path, so...
That makes it nice and easy.
Well, there's a palace and there's Maze Island.
Let's check the palace first. If it's one, you know. I'll just wait till you see...
Dr. J is going into Darunia, though this may be just a healing stop like before.
It looks like he's going to get healing and upstab.
Oh, he is getting upstab.
So this could be the difference, you know?
Holy cow, there's a lot of encounters right away on Bentglass in Maze Island. And the boots would not help. I don't think the boots would help you get past those. I don't think there was water nearby.
Oof.
Nah, no.
Yeah.
But the boots would be no help here.
Maybe some hiking gear from Breath of the Wild or something would help here. There basically is this in Breath of the Wild, this Maze Island.
Is there?
Yeah. It's like in the northeast corner of the map. There's like a Maze Island.
Well, Horde say, okay, so the Lost Child is in Palace 1. And we saw that Maze Island was P5.
Alright, so fortunately Dr. J knows not to check for the child. Sorry, not to check in P1 for the item. Wow. These items that BGT is looking for are packed in the back of this maze. Like, you know, when you get a Christmas stocking from your parents and, you know, it's at the good stuff's like way at the bottom. And it's a heart.
Well, that's all the hearts.
Yeah, that's when you get socks for Christmas. Thanks, Mom.
Well, I mean, when you're looking for gloves.
Yeah.
Oh, there's our second item.
Oh my god.
Magic jar. Oh boy.
Whammies. Oh, that sucks. So this glove is like in P5 or something. That'd be P5, P6, P3.
Well, we know. Can't be P6.
Why not?
I think we got a hit for P6.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yeah, Barba slithers with something.
I think it was. No, I think P3 was the P bag. I think. No, it was the hammer was in P6.
And we got a hit for Karak too, right?
No, we did not.
Oh, so the hammer could actually be blocking the glove at this point. It's becoming increasingly likely that Spectral Rock is required. Still, you know, not like a thing yet. It's probably like a 10% chance at this point. But Dr. J might have to double dip that Death Mountain.
Yeah, because the I don't think Spectacle Rock was easily accessible.
I'm not sure. I don't think Dr. J checked all the easily accessible stuff before he up and aid. So it could be, probably not. And and BGT is doing this P5. Yeah, Boss Kuma is one of the harder bosses, but experienced runners should have no problem beating him with 7 magic containers, all 8 hearts.
Yeah.
the life spell.
Yeah, even with only attack 4, it just not having high attack just makes the fight longer, really. Doesn't necessarily make it harder, as long as if you know how to deal with the flail attack.
What was in Death Mountain again?
Death Mountain was a P-bag.
Oh yeah, that's right. This normal Guma is giving BGT the business, but he...
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh, wow. Got a bit telefrag there. Yeah, but those, in a room like this, those dancing bears can be a bit of a hassle. That's been my term for him for years. I don't see any reason to change it.
I want to see Magos in Death Mountain. I guess that wouldn't work.
I want to see Magos as a dripper enemy.
Well, you can actually get that, so...
Yeah, doesn't mean I don't want to see it. Alright, so Dr.
Nice
J
avoidance.
got the 2 items in Maze Island.
He should be
As
doing
disappointing
this
as they
too.
were. Ooh, bentglasstube finding the item room in 5.
This could be pretty big.
Where was the magic key? We don't know yet. We haven't seen it.
Could be right in here.
Could be. Nope, but that's the flip.
But it's required.
It's
Isn't he at the
required.
end of a dead end, though? Well, I guess he might want to hold on to this experience. But
Yeah,
I think,
he's reasonably close to a level at this rate.
I think he has to go, back 4 or 5 rooms before he gets back to, an intersection, though. Still, it looks like, from the start, it's quite a while before you can make a choice, too, so this was the right call, for sure.
Ooh, well, there's a 500. But holy cow, blue iron knuckles are
Wow.
as annoying as they often are.
A thunder and then 4 jackhammers. That's a pretty beefy blue iron knuckle.
Mhm.
Well, he is at attack 4, I guess, but still.
Yeah.
Flute in 5 is pretty big. If Dr. J does not find the flute, he cannot win the game.
I think he's going in that direction, though.
He is...
Or maybe not.
I don't remember this room.
No, I don't either.
If he leaves without the flute, he is in big trouble.
Yes. Well, there's a dead end, but it's gonna have a key at the end. Or at least it should.
I think in P5 there's... Well, okay. Can't really tell the difference between some of these rooms. I know there's a couple rooms in the game that look like this that don't have a key. Like 1 or 2, right?
As in they wouldn't have anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
But not that one, apparently. Well, Dr. J, better head the way that BGT headed. That's all I'm saying. Or this race is over. I always like the windows in this palace quite a bit. They're nice.
Yeah, it's all in the little details.
Yeah. Fun fact. Well, maybe it's not fun. All the windows in this, they look like they're 4 tiles tall and 2 tiles wide, but they're actually 3 tiles tall, and it repeats the middle tiles twice. So Or
Okay.
twice. You know, just the more you know.
Whatever saves space, I guess.
Exactly. They were looking to save as much space as possible. So the middle tile tessellates with itself.
It looks like bentglasstube finding a dead end. Oh, so many of these rooms that look all look the same.
Now that's not polite. Yeah, but it's true. Okay, still no flute for Dr. J. He's feeling good about that because he's going to come across Goomba probably, but that feeling's not going to last long.
Yeah, the fact that it's Maze Island, and Maze Island typically takes a while to get back to, I would think
He's going back
that
up
maybe he
Eon,
would try to take the item out just so he doesn't have to come back to Maze Island again, but who knows.
I think. Okay,
But
well,
bentglasstube finds Goomba first.
well, yeah, Dr. J is heading back through the Eon drops, so hopefully he's heading back to where BGT explored first. Maybe Dr. J searched left instead of right, because he was looking for the item specifically.
Possibly, yeah. Because I think Dr. J is right behind BGT right now.
Oh, I hope not. He still doesn't have the flute. Alright. Close one on both sides, but looks like they're both going to make it through their rooms.
Yep,
That's
bentglasstube
Goomba
taking
down.
out Goomba, just as Dr. J enters the Goomba room.
Oh no.
But, oh boy, this is... Oh, okay, he got bodied.
What's y'all's favorite Zelda game? I like a lot of them for different reasons. It's hard for me to say which one's my favorite.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way.
Maybe Majora's if I had to answer.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
like
a very
Majora's too.
replayable game. Tiamat likes 2 the best. That's awesome.
Yeah, I like Z2, I like Majora's Mask.
The weird ones.
What's wrong with being weird?
Nothing.
Exactly.
You know, it'd be really weird if Dr. J went back for the item. Oh no.
Well, he's probably
And
gonna at
he
least
was-
drop off the gem first. Then we'll see what he does.
Yeah. Please, please, please go back.
Though at this point, it may just be faster to exit the palace and re-enter.
Yeah, that's what I think what he's gonna do, but
Yeah,
Oh,
there.
thank God.
Yep, he's going
Thank
back in.
God.
Okay.
I guess he figures he's explored almost every path in the palace. Might as well explore that last path that he missed.
And bentglasstube finds it. Well, this is either 3 or 6. Don't know which it is yet. We'll have to dive farther to see. Oh, and Dr. J's leaving. Oh dear.
I can tell you my favorite Zelda randomizer is Z2R. A close second to Z1R. So, you know, take that for what you will.
I've played a bunch. Z2R is definitely up there.
Pirate's very depressed with that answer. I know she's a big fan of Ocarina of Time randomizer.
Well, I like that one too. I just haven't. My skill level is not that high on that one.
Oh shoot! I didn't even notice he did nope out on the item.
Yep, I saw. Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
Oh, game
And
over,
bentglasstube
man.
is in 3. I recognize that room at least. So we know the item here is worthless. So we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, the Minish Cap randomizer is a pretty new one. Just talking back to the chat real quick. So it's probably not that full featured yet. Hopefully. And another thing about the Minish Cap is that a lot of the graphics are distinct. So it's gonna be hard to randomize stuff like that. The more distinct the graphics are, the harder it is to randomize.
Well, the graphics, that's more of a cosmetic thing.
Well, what I mean
I
is
want to
like,
make sure that the whole randomizing thing probably will be more fleshed out first. But that's me.
what I mean is like you can't take like a giant pot in one map and move it somewhere else in that map or something, because it's a distinct thing that only is supposed to go in one place. That's what I mean by that.
Oh.
So, I'm assuming for stuff like that, you'd be more limited on what you can do with a randomizer, at least with a realistic amount of work.
Alright, so that was a glove block on bentglasstube's side.
The only thing that could save Dr. J at this point, I think, for missing that flute, is if he finds the glove somewhere and it's in a really weird spot, and BGT doesn't look for it, because Dr. J is not going back to 5 until he's exhausted every other possibility.
Yeah, that's looking likely. As unfortunate as it is.
Well, I think Dr. J is going to get 888 real fast. Maybe not by 1 hour, but long before he places the last gem.
Yeah. If he's killing everything in his path, he'll definitely get AAA. And especially if he keeps getting 500-point P-bags.
Yeah. Well, it is BGT's game.
Well, there's our first item cave on the east side.
Yep, there are only 2 caves that can hold items in this.
Yep.
Every other cave is just a pass-through. It's kind of the opposite of the Western continent in that respect.
What do we have? It's the last magic container.
Well, I guess that'll do.
It's better than a P-bag at this point.
At least it's
something tangible and permanent.
Yeah. I think I know what it is he's looking for. Just a hunch. It might be... Yes! I was gonna, play with that a little bit more, but nope. BGT actually maybe forgetting that he already has Nukusudo and checking inside this forest, considering he's skipping all the P-bags up until now. It's probably just forgetting
is there a fair spot? Is there a forest spot that has a ferry or something, maybe?
Oh yeah, there is, but I think he was in good shape. Meanwhile, I don't think Dr. J is gonna get to 4,000 experience before he places the gem here. But I think
but he still has 4 gems to place, so that's guaranteed AAA right there.
Sure, but it looks like he's trying to pick up experience here, still.
Force of habit, maybe? Just used to killing everything in his way?
Yeah.
I mean, I can respect that, because that's... I may not be going out of my way to kill those Wizrobes, but sometimes I need to remind myself, hey, I need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but there's the other item cave, and there's the glove.
That's a big smile on BGT's face. You guys can't see it.
Apparently we do have Fire Thunder.
Oh, it's been Fire Thunder the whole time?
Yeah, we got it confirmed on bentglasstube's side. We have Fire Thunder.
You just checked it.
Yep. And Dr. J does not have fire. I believe that was in Naburu.
Ouch.
And he doesn't. And he never found that.
This is looking real bad for Dr. J. I'm sorry to say. Who had the guaranteed in and the guaranteed out, or the guaranteed in? Sorry, the opposite.
bentglasstube is when and he's in.
Okay, cool.
Dr. J is over 0-4. He's just out straight up.
Yeah. Dr. J certainly, has the combat experience.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's been able to kill everything in his path. One of his downfalls is that he's actually taking the time to kill everything in his path.
Yeah. Even like the little muse and the bots and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if I'm jumping past them and I can, do a turnaround stab or something like that, or, I might do that, but stopping your momentum, not so much a thing, in my opinion. I mean, that's not something most runners will want to do. Oh, good reflexes on
but
side.
that is a good way of getting past that bridge, though. Taking out those bogos in midair. That's impressive. Meanwhile, bentglasstube has found Palace 6.
Yeah, I definitely would have gotten bopped by those bogos. I like this palace. It looks like Tetris colors or something. Yeah, you normally can't play the offensive game when you're the fairy, but if you got fire thunder, you sure can.
You just wouldn't be able to pick up a drop unless it was a one-up in
yeah.
Space. And bentglasstube finding a Rebanak real quick. So the thought here, would bentglasstube search out the hammer here? I don't think it's
so.
required. No, I don't think we've seen Palace 1 or 4. We know one of them's got to be in Valley of Death. Then I don't think we've actually seen the way to get there yet.
So yeah, it's possible that they need the boots. And it's possible that the boots are hammer blocked. So it's possible we still could have a game, but I think even if something like that were to happen, BGT would still have a strong chance of coming out ahead.
Yeah, just from the exploration advantage alone.
Yeah. Yeah, see, stopping to fight all those Alphos, that's like an extra 15-20 seconds in this cave. That adds up real fast.
And it looks like he is going to get that 4,000 experience.
I guess so. Proves me wrong.
So, actually,
Yo.
We have found Palace 1 and 4. One is at 3i Rock, one's in Valley of Death. We just don't know which one's which yet.
Right.
Unless Palace, that was where Palace 6 was, and I missed it because I didn't actually see him enter Palace 6. Okay, we just confirmed in chat. 6 was at 3i Rock.
So we still need 4 then?
4 and 1.
Now the randomizer could do some really funny stuff. I mean, obviously it's not going to happen in this, and like this is the kind of thing that you almost never see. But you could have a situation where like hammers required because Spectral Rock is in front of the second entrance of Death Mountain, and that Death Mountain leads to like a little valley that you can't get to any other way, and it's got a river past that, and you need the boots, and then you can get to a palace. The randomizer can do funny stuff like that. I've seen Spectral Rock block the second entrance before, or other teams before. But
okay, bentglasstube is at Barba.
But I think this is going to be pretty straightforward overall.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a pretty straightforward Barba, too. Nice and safe. Well, relatively speaking. There's not really a safe strat for Barba. There's just less safe strats.
Yeah.
Ooh,
okay. He's still up. Okay, and Barba's down.
Yeah, he was like 2 pixels to the edge.
And Dr. J finding Naburu will get his fire spell. I believe that's where fire was.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's still 2 magic containers down from where BGT is. So for Dr. J, he still thinks that Glove could be in Nukasudo, for instance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Especially since he was in the area where the glove was, I believe. And he didn't get it.
Oh gosh, did he miss? Did he pass that up?
I think so. Oh, no, I think it was actually behind a pass-through cave or something.
Well, we're about an hour in, and right now it's if you've been joining us in the last couple minutes, it looks like BGT has got a clear lead. I'd say maybe even a 15-minute lead at this point. So it's looking pretty one-sided, but the randomizer can do all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah. And it's starting to... that Valley of Death is starting to look boots-locked at the moment.
Ooh. I want a little more.
I did see you could get there with the boots, but... that's about it.
So it's the nicest Valley of Death, but getting there, not so much. Oh, there's a palace.
That was...
Oh, right. They couldn't complete this before because they didn't have a glove.
Right. Oh, Dr. J skipping, I believe that was Magic 7, going for Attack 7 instead.
So where is Dr. J going? He's going back west, but he doesn't have anything to do in the west. Not right now, at least. I mean, if he had the hammer, then maybe.
Maybe he's... I don't know.
Yeah, guess we'll see. Skipping P-bags now.
He's at 768 and still has 4 gems to place.
He's guaranteed to get a 9 somewhere.
Yes, yes he is.
Where is he going, buddy?
He's heading back up to the north side, which...
Is he going to P2 for the item?
Maybe.
Alright, here's Ribbonak and Palace 3 on BGD side.
Yep. Won't be long for this world.
He's just trying to do his job, this Ribbonak. I mean, he doesn't hate you.
Yeah.
Right? If the gems were placed in these... If the gem statues were in these palaces, and the palaces were built by the King of Hyrule to protect the Triforce or something, then technically the guardian of these palaces works for the King of Hyrule. Not for Ganon. Poor guys.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar on the lore difference between Dark Nuts and Iron Knuckles, really.
I think I think by that logic, the king is the bad guy because he's setting up all these poor bosses and enemies to get slaughtered by whoever happens to be the champion. Couldn't there have just been like a sliding puzzle?
So after completing Palace 3, Bentglass Tube up 8 and is now back on the west as well. Curious as to what he's looking for. Maybe he's gonna make a dive of Death Mountain. Doesn't have the hammer though. Not gonna find
he
much.
did get the hint. He did get the hint to where the hammer was, didn't he?
Yes, he did. I believe he did. He was the one that was searching. He was the one that was searching for hints.
So he's just gonna go straight for Hammer Cave, find it as a pea bag, and then be immediately disappointed.
He's going through Jump Cave.
Okay, yeah, maybe there's a
possibly
cave.
can lead somewhere that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. I haven't really been keeping track of if they've seen all the things yet. All the caves.
Well, Dr. J finding that magic container.
He's walking out? Nothing else in this palace. Maybe he doesn't like... Maybe he's got like, philosophical reason not to up and
Well, there's Palace 1.
It was past the jump cave?
It was past the jump cave, otherwise boots locked.
Look at this beautiful blue color. I love it.
And I believe... I want to say Dr. J saw the hint about... I want to say it was the Lost Child... Was the Lost Child's? I know there was a hint regarding regarding P1.
Yeah, the item in P1 seems pretty useless, but that was Dr. J getting that hint, not BGT.
Yeah,
again,
yeah.
BGT probably feels like he has everything he needs at this point. Unless, unless the Valley of Death really is boots blocked.
Well, he found Horsehead right real quick. And
Yeah.
attack 6. So I think, yeah, he's just toying around with them now at this point.
So, what items don't we know about? Have we checked? Do we know the items in the palaces, all of them, more or less?
Well, we know the cross is in the east. We know hammer's in 6. Don't have a clue for boots or key.
Cross is in the east, and they haven't found it yet, so that means it's on the water tile.
If we've exhausted all the other options, yeah. And
So-
I'm actually looking at Bentglass Tube's tracker. Yeah, the water tile is the only one left on the east side, so that's got to be where the cross is.
So then the boots have to be hammer blocked in Spectral Rock, and so
Oh boy.
yeah, unless I'm forgetting, one other location or something. I'm pretty sure that's what it's going to be. Pretty sure we're going to see a boots locked, a hammer locked boots that locks the last palace I need.
Question, chat. Boots are unlikely to be in 4 because it looks like the signs are pointing toward... Well, we know 4 is in Valley of Death, but just by process of elimination. And it's looking like Valley of Death is going to be boots locked, unless we find some pass-through cave that magically leads there.
Yeah, and the hammer... Yeah.
And the hammer's in 6, so I don't recall seeing any hammerlock caves on the west side, but
No, I didn't see any.
Spectacle Rock is still a thing. But until Dr. J is really not going to be catching up until he goes back into 5 and gets that flip.
I'm just happy we're going back to Death Mountain. We're going to be kicking it old school in Death Mountain. I don't know what that means, but I said it. Oh yeah, key has to be in 4. That's right. Unless 4 isn't actually boots blocked. That's a possibility too.
It's possible that we may not have seen all the pass-through cave destinations, and one of them just ends up leading to Valley of Death.
It looks like BGT is double checking all all the easily accessible... No, he's trying to find Death Mountain. Sorry, he's trying to find Death Mountain.
Okay.
I was like, he's already checked these things, but he just forgot where the entrances were, I think.
Possibly.
Yeah.
There we go. And we know from Dr. J's side that Hammer Cave was pretty much free.
Yes, this section can catch up Dr. J a little bit, not nearly enough, but it's something.
Yeah, Dr. J getting that first item out of New Kasuda, which we know is a heart container.
I guess the cross and the magic key could be in opposite locations. The magic key could be in water tile, and the cross could be in 4.
Possibly, yeah. Well, no.
No?
It said cross was in the east. So
Oh, okay,
we know
right,
it's not
right.
in the palace.
Sorry. So yeah, we got it all figured out then, because we're geniuses.
Then Glass Tube taking a dip. So, this is a rather... I'm gonna call it an irritating situation here, I think.
Yeah.
Because it seems like the signs are pointing towards diving back into 6 to get the hammer.
Yeah, it does.
And then digging back into Death Mountain to find Spectacle Rock, which I don't know if it... Apparently, we haven't seen much of Death Mountain, so we don't even know if Spectacle Rock is free or not.
Oh, Lost, you rolled this one, didn't you? Congratulations on making this annoying seed. But I love seeds like these. I love seeds that still have a surprise once you think you've got it all figured out.
Yeah, it's definitely a head scratcher here, and I appreciate that. It's really making you wonder, okay, where could this be? And it looks like Dr. J is heading back towards 5.
That's good. I don't think it's going to catch him up, because this is going to be a huge time loss. But he's going back, and it's not his last possibility, so good stuff.
Yeah, not to mention that he's still 3 palaces behind.
Yeah, there's that too. And I think in terms of getting experience fighting all the enemies, he's probably lost throughout the course of the race like 5 minutes that way. Or more, because he hasn't up and 8 out of palaces. He's kept his experience through all of them. He's walked back.
Yeah,
so
you see he's at 7, 7, 8,
is.
and he still has 4 gems to place.
He might... No, okay. Yeah,
And
if he walks down to
he's-
P5...
And I think he got the spell out of Noburu, so I believe he has fire. He hasn't tested it, though. If he had, he probably wouldn't be wasting his time slashing these enemies. He'd be fire thundering them instead.
Have you ever used fairy under the swamp? I've never done that.
Say what?
Have you ever cast fairy and then like shoved the fairy into the swamp water? I've never done that.
I don't think so either. Not sure what that would accomplish, but I've never tried.
I was just wondering what it would look like. Would the fairy slow down or not?
So, bentglasstube is back on the east side, looking through pass-through cave. Maybe we can find the magic pass-through to Valley of Death, because that's... Or either that, or it looks like he's actually going back to 6.
Sweet. That's good. So, BGT is, no, he's not full Joshua D until he gets the cross, so not yet. And the cross is probably going to be, like we said, it's probably going to be, oh, we know where it is. It's a water tile. He's not going to go to water tile.
Yeah, not at this rate. Because when you find the boot, whenever he finds his boots, he's heading straight for Valley of Death.
Right.
There's really nothing else to it.
Now, is Dr. J gonna know? Well, you know what? he searched in a lot of places. Hopefully by the time he gets to P6 at Three-Eyed Rock, he'll have checked the other 2 P-Bag locations, and he'll know to check P6. So hopefully he won't double hit P6.
Well, we know that Dr. J was not one to be checking for hints outside of the spell items.
Right, he wasn't.
So I don't think he knows that hammer's in 6.
But considering he checked for the spell hints, yeah, I wonder if maybe he doesn't realize about the helpful hints flag. Because, he'd go into towns and do stuff there, but not check for the hints.
Well, maybe you get one too many. Go west to find the raft hints, and you start to not care about them quite as much.
Yeah, that could be.
bentglasstube just searching through 6, hasn't found the item room yet, and the concern is how long. Presumably, that we're thinking the boots are in Spectacle Rock. That seems to be the most likely spot right now.
Yeah.
How deep in Death Mountain is it? Because we don't have the boots.
There's
so
that too.
So although I don't think the initial entrance that we saw had access to the coastline.
I have seen some absolutely horrible Spectral Rock placement before. I've seen it where only one cave leads to Spectral Rock, and I've seen it where... Okay, never mind. I've seen it where... That would be the worst case in this situation, but I've seen it where only 2 caves lead to the Hammer Cave, which has the hammer, but one of those caves is blocked by Spectral Rock. So you can't actually get... It's effectively just one cave. But so yeah, it could be that bentglasstube is going to be in Death Mountain for a long time, and Dr. J will just take the right exit or the right path through Death Mountain. I'd say that Death Mountain introduces an element of randomness into the randomizer in terms of the way that the runners play it, and that's why a lot of racers don't like doing it, because it's just so much uncertainty.
And it could just end up being a huge time sink for nothing.
Right.
Which we know we're pretty sure it's not going to be nothing this time around, but still, it's for a lot of runners it's the last resort.
BGT taking the death.
I think he was low on magic and such. Yeah, he was out of magic and needed fairy.
Right. Dr. J looking for this key. He has plenty of magic.
He wants that key and gets that key. Oh, there's a fairy required room.
I'm guessing they didn't go through here before. Wait, no, I think Dr. J hasn't even been in the palace, so I feel like I've seen this before. Yeah, I've seen this before. There was probably some offshoot along this way that bentglasstube did not check. Oh, barely made that jump.
Dang, nice.
Well, he doesn't have the jump spell, so he had to do it for real.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for those of you who want to try that at home, try not to hurt yourselves. But there are 2 complete tiles after the little column and statue when you're heading from left to right, and there are 4 complete tiles when you're heading from right to left from that complete statue. It's really tricky when you... Oh, wow. What's really tricky is when they have the vertical tiles, because the graphics for the
ones from P2.
Yeah, those are awful. Because then it's just a blur. It's hard. It's a little bit harder to tell where the 2 tiles starts.
Yeah.
Or ends.
And even then, that's not an easy jump, even when you know where the gap is.
Yeah, and 5-headed dragon goddess Tiamat is letting us know that got a good look at the Valley of Death.
Just looking at from
I missed it.
Yeah, just unless we find a magic pass-through cave, Valley of Death is boots locked, and bentglasstube gets that hammer, and just as Dr. J gets that hammer, that gets the flute rather.
See, I love it because bentglasstube is laughing at that. Like, it looks like he wasn't expecting that, but I mean that's the only logical way that the items could have been placed at this point.
But, and I think he saw the hint for that too.
Oh yeah, of course. He must have been just laughing at the seed in general. Yeah,
probably. And I'm gonna say one theory about Dr. J. I'm not throwing stones or anything, but I'm wondering if he either is not. I'm wondering if he has a base setup even. I don't know if he's playing on emulator or console or what, but I don't know if he has a setup in place to even up A. I don't think I've seen him do that.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him up in A either. Yeah, that's something you gotta set up. I mean, on an NES.
No, that.
You guys didn't see it, but BGT was reacting very appropriately or inappropriately to that dead end.
Yeah, someone contact the Dragon Warrior Discord. We almost saw a spark over cave there.
Whew.
Hunt for Spectacle Rock. How deep do we have to dive into this rabbit hole?
Could take a while. Especially since Boots is what he's missing, and Boots is what makes this easier.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Dr. J was looking for the key in here. Or maybe he's looking for the dripper? It's just a Mew.
Yeah.
Well, there's Spectral Rock. Getting there is another thing.
So it's visible but not accessible yet.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. I was looking at Dr. J farm for XP off of the Muse for some reason.
600.
Oh, okay, so it was accessible. Okay. And there are the boots.
Does he want this level that bad? Oh,
okay, so Dr. J does have a base setup. Okay. I just saw him up A out of 5.
Maybe he was going for the Attack 9 meme. But he can still do that. He's got
he's got enough gems to place where he can easily do that, yeah.
Just beat 2 palaces back to back. Or you probably won't even need to do that. You probably just need to complete 1 palace and then hold on to it.
Well, all he has to do is complete 2 palaces and he'll be at 888. So he'll have 2 more gems to place to do whatever meme-y thing he plans on doing, if anything. Meanwhile, bentglasstube is making a beeline for Valley of Death.
You better believe it. Oh, I love that block.
And yep, it looks like that is straight up boots lock. There is no way in.
And
there is no way in about that.
That's a beautiful thing. I love it.
At least the Valley of Death was kind enough to grow forest along the way, so we don't even have to worry about any encounter tiles.
Well, yeah, that's because the ocean leaked in there and it cooled down all the lava. It's fertile ground for a forest. That's just plain scientific fact right there, buddy.
Well, there's one dead end. I believe we have 3 of those dead end rooms in Palace 4, so that's our first one. So Dr. J getting that flute out of 5. Probably making a beeline for 3-Eye Rock, so should be seeing him in 6 momentarily.
All right, yeah.
Oh wow, and that's a fast 4.
He's glad for it. No more items. He's telling himself, no more items. I know the magic key's in here, but I don't need it anymore. I bet you. That's what he's thinking.
Don't need keys in Great Palace. Now it's just a matter of, will he get this next level or will he burn it for the sake of saving time?
He'll take it, I guess.
Yep, he looks like he's taking it.
Yeah, and that's going to be magic. At Life 7, at less than 3,000 experiences, pretty much nothing else it could be.
Yeah, and he's saving and is on his way to Great Palace, which I think still requires a pass-through cave.
Good job, Lost.
Well, we've been through all 6 palaces. We still got the big one left. Let's wonder how Great Palace will treat our runners today.
I hope it's horrible.
I mean, it's Great Palace. It usually is. You know what? I want bentglasstube to find Thunderbird immediately. That's probably, if you really want a bad GP, that's what you want. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, because that early Thunderbird doesn't give you any information about the palace.
Nope. Now, to make it immediate and have this go into, say, a Waffles room, which, okay, that works too.
Theater room is fine.
So you can't even take a left turn. It just funnels you right into Thunderbird right away, and then you still have all of Great Palace left.
I feel like you're prophesizing right now.
Well, it's being very linear so far.
Yeah, yep. As long as it's linear, that's basically the same as being...
There's the fairy room.
The dream is gone. Alright, so Dr. J finishing up his mid-ribbon act. Hopefully he grabs the item out of here. He's got to know he's missing some important items. And he's got to know that BGD has not finished yet, despite everything, so it's probably a difficult seed. Something's weird about it. So that should tell him, hey, you know what, let me look at that in here.
I believe this is our first elevator room here. Going up, and I think he's mapping out GP as he goes. Not a bad. Oh, there's Thunderbird. No,
pretty early, but
relatively early, pretty linear too.
It does eliminate 3 or 4 possibilities minimum.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe, does the reflect spell reduce your hitbox or something? Is that what I'm?
That's what I hear. I know it could be that people say that just because it makes the hittable portion of your body smaller because the shield blocks now, or maybe but I've heard people say that it does that and makes your hitbox smaller. So I don't know.
Well, Dr. J finds Barba as bentglasstube takes down Thunderbird quick and easy.
I'm kind of not digging Dr. J, PhD, finding Barbara right now because he might want to leave.
Yeah, especially if he doesn't have the hint about the hammer.
He's already checked Hammer Cave, but he hasn't checked the 2 P-Bag item locations. So the P-Bag caves on the east.
Oh boy, and we got a split right away after Thunderbird.
Nice, nice.
And there's
And
another one.
Split.
Oh boy.
Oh good, he's going back in. Well, it's not with B5 and he decides to nope out. I mean, there's no way he could have known at that point.
So I'm thinking he might be thinking, I made a mistake about that. I can't afford to make a mistake and make another.
Yeah, that's certainly one way to think about it. I mean, the other mentality is, I made a mistake about that. I've got to go as fast as possible.
And well, there's a dead end for bentglasstube.
What's he doing? All right, another branch. Nice. I'll take some magic drain from that big bubble, but ooh, thinking about it, he's gonna take the drop because it's still kind of early on in some ways.
Yeah, bentglasstube does not have upstab, so he has to ferry his way through there.
Oh, if he gets upstab blocked, I'm gonna laugh. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna laugh.
There's the top half of L7. I always find it funny when that room links to itself through the drop.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
And there's another elevator room.
Or it could be the same elevator he's already seen before somewhere. No, actually, I think he didn't kill the enemies in the other rooms, so he would have seen them. Oh, a fun room.
Fun rooms are always fun. Did that Mocha survive like 3 thunders?
Yeah, they can do that.
Oh wow. And well, there's a drop destination. Doesn't help us right now.
Yeah, I mean, there might be a jar there, but he's in it to win it right now. He's just not going to go dig in a jar.
Mm-hmm.
Fun room time it is, because that's kind of his only option. Oh. Cast fairy or die? Guess I'm casting fairy, right?
Yep.
And a paperclip room.
Leads back down. And we got a waffle room.
No chicken yet.
That's good, because oh, there's a chicken.
He's in life support. This is gonna be... Oh, he had enough magic to cast thunder. Now he literally has nothing.
Yeah,
that's pretty
amazing. Yeah, no magic and like 1 health. And and that led back to the fairy room, which...
So that was a loop.
Yeah, that was a big loop too. That was a loop to pre-Thunderbird.
I don't know if I would up an aid though. I mean, it's just going to respawn the enemies.
He was kind of low on resources. I don't know what his life.
Well, he had the fairy. He was in the fairy room. I don't think he died yet. Oh well.
You know, Dr. J still hunting down, looking for what we know as the hammer.
Right. It's funny that Dr. J is doing this part so early on in his run, because Dr. J is still, I'd say he's only about 2/3 of the way through his run at this point. But BGT, that was the last thing he did. So interesting to see that difference right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he did not make it through. Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
That was brutal. Yeah. Those enemies would have been dead if he just... if he'd not up an aid.
And a nice move there, using Thunder a couple times, then picking up the magic jar.
Yeah, because it looked like the Fire Thunder used less than 1 jar's worth of magic, so he used it twice. I think he's going to want to go up here.
Well, no, this is... He hasn't gotten back to the Thunderbird room yet. There it is.
Right.
So,
Yeah, okay.
So under these flags, Thunderbird is required, so you will have to pass through that room to get to Darklink. It's just that the path he took him all the way back around.
Eon drop? I wouldn't take it.
I think he passed by it before, so might as well take it now.
He did, but there was... Well, okay, so this didn't lead to the drop that I was afraid it was going to lead to, so it's all good. But I was just saying, when he took the drop last time, there was a left that he could have taken.
Yeah.
I was afraid that this one was going to lead to that that drop room that he'd seen previously. More waffles. You know, I want a waffle. I want like a nice Belgian waffle with like sliced pecans, and some maple syrup. I've been wanting that for a while.
You're making me hungry. So we are seeing some new ground on bentglasstube. I haven't seen any of these rooms. So there's a drop room. Is it? Okay, this is a different one. This one has
you're
an
right.
enemy in
That
it.
bubble wasn't there before. Okay, another fun room, but it's a different fun room. Yep, keeping all this straight is part of the job. And oh, this is looking good. Or has he seen this one? No, he hasn't.
I don't
right?
think he has, no.
Since it hasn't opened up yet, this looks like a one-way path so far. So this, if it keeps on being a one-way path, it has to lead to Darklink. I think it's going to right here.
And there it is. There it is.
Good stuff.
See if he does the usual method of dealing with them. Yep, looks like he is.
Yeah, after this feels like a long seed to him, I think. Even though this is, just so slightly a small bit over the average, this felt like a really long seed.
Yeah, just because of all what the seed pretty much required of you, yeah.
There we go. Get your GGs in chat with this boy, bentglasstube, with an official SRL time of... Come on, bot.
Yeah, nothing in SRL yet.
It's not the bot. He still hasn't done.
Yeah,
there we go. 1 hour,
There we go.
1:37:46. There we go. GG.
Yeah, I looked in the IRC, I was like, wait a second. Good stuff. So he's definitely making it.
Yep.
Into the brackets, and after a race like this, I think he definitely deserves it.
Yeah, he definitely had to earn this one.
Alright, so Dr. J still looking for the item in P6?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. If he hasn't found it yet, keep looking.
I think he might be
Nope,
there
not-
now.
no.
Nope.
Hey, what's going on, champ? There he is, BGT. Good job on this seemingly very frustrating race. Oh, I'm actually not picking you up here. I see your light going on, but no voice coming out.
How about now?
Yeah, I can hear
There
you.
we go.
Cool. Yeah. So that was a seed.
That
It
was.
most certainly was.
By the end I knew everything about the seed except for which spell was jump and which was shield. That was the only mystery remaining. So it's always fun to know where every item is and still finish in a reasonable time, I guess. For a full clear, that's not too bad a time. I was pretty aggravated about having to go back to 6 to get the hammer, though. Like, I made the conscious decision not to get the hammer while I was there, thinking it was fairly unlikely that I would need it, but unfortunately, it was
Spectacle
required.
Rock had to be a thing.
Yeah, and it was like a roller coaster after that, because I'm like, okay, well, there's nothing left. I'd go into Death Mountain already irritated because I don't want to be in Death Mountain at an hour and 10 minutes in or whatever, and find Hammer Cave really early, and I'm like, okay, well, now irritation is waning, and then it's a 500 bag, like the least useful thing it could possibly have been, and so irritation was at an all-time high again. It was just kind of silly toward the end there.
Yeah, but it was kind of interesting. By the time it got to that point, or a little bit before there, we had already seen that the P bag was in there because your opponent, Mr. Dr. JPHD, he actually went into Death Mountain early and got that P bag out of there. So we knew after you had got the last item out of whatever location it was, the sequence of events that was going to happen to you, and so just watching that unfold was pretty classy. But that was great. How do you like that Valley of Death?
Oh, the Valley of Death was the best I've ever seen. I've never seen it get overgrown like that. It was amazing. I kind of had to stop and appreciate it the first time I saw it, and then I went back again because I was like, maybe it's not boot blocked. Maybe I don't need the boots. No, it was definitely boot blocked.
I love the idea, the visual of an old river flow overgrown with jungle foliage. Not quite that visual in a NES game, but it was still a pretty cool concept at least. So what was your favorite part about the seed, if you had one?
I think the Valley of Death was pretty hilarious. Other than that, I early on I thought when I got blocked in that first area where the North Palace was, I was like, oh dang, I gotta go through Death Mountain to get through, and almost forgot that I had found Fairy Cave and had Fairy. So I was actually pretty excited when I remembered that for a change and didn't spend a bunch of time trying to find both exits of Death Mountain.
Yeah, you actually got a really early lead when you did P5. When we saw Dr. J do P5 and looked like he was looking for the item when he was looking for the boss, and then looked like he went back in after he found the boss, and then he went back in for a little while, but then he left. We knew he wasn't going to come back there for a long time, and that was going to be a bad deal for him.
Oh yeah, once early on I actually suspected that I was boot blocked to get to the last palace in the west. So I was kind of in that mode of I need to find basically all the items here. I had the clue about where the hammer was, so that was nice. found that Nukasuda wasn't hidden, so I was like, okay, well, I don't need the hammer probably. And I had seen the 3-Eye Rock before I went to Maze Island. So that, there were still 3 items I needed, I think, at that point, because I didn't have glove yet either. So
Which,
it was definitely in them.
Which Dr. J just found the cave that has the glove.
Oh man, I forgot all about that. That was also a favorite. Like those goofy little nubs of exploration where I was saying, on my mic, I'm like, this is a dead end, but I have to check it because like if there's something up there, I'm never gonna find it, so I have to go up here. It's gonna be a dead end, and it was actually quite the opposite.
There it is for him.
So I couldn't remember. Was the hammer glove blocked? Because I know Dr. J was searching for the item in 6 and never found it.
Oh God. He searched in 6, didn't find the item. Now he's gonna have to go back in. I don't believe so. No. Oh no.
I definitely went through the lava room. I fell in the lava room.
Yeah.
So I think it was glove blocked, but I don't remember for sure.
Yeah, I remember that too.
It was fairy blocked. Yeah, it was glove blocked because there was the fairy room as well right after the so-called BGT room.
Yeah, so you didn't want to pick up the cross in the water tile. You didn't want to spend that little bit of extra time picking that bad boy up, getting full Joshy D.
Well, if he really wanted to get full Joshy D, I think he would have had to get the magic key too.
Is that part of Joshy D?
I don't know. I don't even know. You actually picked up a...
Apologies, we're getting some pretty harsh buffering on Dr. J's side right now.
Are we? It looks okay for me.
I am. Let me message my husband and make sure he isn't downloading any video games again.
Yeah, so chat, let us know if you're having any buffering issues with Dr. J. So you're guaranteed to go on to the brackets.
They're watching exactly what I'm seeing. They're seeing buffer. Remember, I'm your streamer. But please keep chat appraised as we transition to ZSR radio.
Well, right now Dr. J is diving back into 3, which we know only has a P bag. And unfortunately, Dr. J doesn't know that because he was not checking for hints like you or BGT.
Yeah.
You gotta check for hints. Sometimes those are useful.
Yeah, and a few times he actually went all the way through the town, or most of the way through the town, and didn't look for any hints. He saw the spell hints, but he didn't check for the regular hints.
Oh, I gotcha. Well, I hope that they, add some more community hints too to spice things up. Talk about Momo Watanabe in there and something.
Is he going for that P bag?
Yeah, he got the key there. Oh yeah, he's hunting 3. Like I say, he didn't get the hint for 3, so he doesn't know that it's just a P bag in here.
Yeah.
And he probably doesn't want to dive 6 again, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I certainly a thing that I would not want to do, and he still has to beat the boss for P3.
Yes, so that you needed the glove to do that as well. So that's
he should know that Horsehead has the child or whatever.
Yeah, I believe he did get that hint,
and he can't get to 4. So once he's disappointed here, he should know that it has to be in P6. So you looking forward to throwing your candle out, over your shoulder when you get to the next stage of the tournament?
Yeah, actually, I prefer not starting with candle. I mean, it's just more fun doing stuff in the dark. I've played it enough that it's not really that big a hurdle. Obviously some like Gurias in the dark are a bit rough, but most of the time it's not a huge hindrance for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I think it's a bit more fun without the candle.
Yeah, it took me a while to adjust to not having it. It was a pretty big crutch for me early on when I was playing this.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know. It might not look like it from watching me play, but I've been playing this rando for a while, so those kinds of things, early on definitely were a hindrance, but once you know the layouts of the rooms and stuff, it's not such a big deal.
And Dr. J beat Rebanak, put up his gem, just got 888, and he's diving right back in.
Yeah, he was fighting a lot of stuff.
He's been going out of his way to basically kill everything in his path, basically. I mean, he has 888 and he's still collecting P bags.
Yeah, even if you wanted the meme 999, I mean, you're still going to get that when you place the next gem, whether you collect P bags or not.
Yeah, he's still got 2 gems to place.
Yeah, I actually have I have to do 10 push-ups if I pick up P bags after attack 4. Gave me.
Nice.
All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to take off. Thanks for doing the commentary and the interview and everything. Hopefully, Dr. J can finish things up pretty quick here.
Yeah, absolutely. It was an entertaining race. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in the future rounds.
Yeah, us 2 and 3's gotta represent, right?
Oh, you know it.
Us 1 and 4's gotta represent. Yeah, so he's looking for the P bag here.
Yep.
Doesn't know it. To be fair, he has no way of knowing it.
So I'm guessing that the item room was probably glove block 2. Since I don't even think bentglasstube found it, not that he would have picked it up.
Yeah, that's likely. Still taking the time to kill everything.
Yep.
Even waiting for the ghost to reappear.
I think he's already seen that bentglasstube is finished, so... But yeah, goodness, he was doing that even before bentglasstube finished, so... And goodness knows I have my gaming habits that aren't really conducive to racing that I probably still have to break, so... And he finds the P bag, and he's not happy.
No, but he's gonna walk back up to keep the experience.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why walk back out? Maybe it is like a self-imposed handicap to not up an A or something. Oh, okay, there we go.
Alright, so we'll see if he dives back into 6 or if he decides to go somewhere else. I think he's going in the right way. I think that is the direction. That does lead to 6. And he just used regular thunder, so he hasn't even checked fire yet.
He just maybe forgot. It's been a long race, I guess.
I don't think he ever used fire.
Well, you know what? I used to have this same sort of habit. You know, I had to collect everything. I had to defeat every monster.
Yeah.
And I didn't think I'd be able to race because I didn't really see myself getting away from that habit or enjoying playing the game without that habit. Like that was kind of the fun for me. But you lose one small habit. Like, okay, well, I'm not going to pick up magic jars if I'm only missing like one, MP or whatever. Or I'm not going to pick up key bags. If I know I'm going to level up pretty soon anyway. Placing a gem. You just gotta one thing at a time. Just correct one of these habits at a time, and eventually you start to. Or for me, it was fun to play, competitively and not try to kill every enemy and pick everything up and to skip the cross and the candle.
I think that's, if anything, I think that's still a habit that I would need to break if I wanted to be competitive in Z1. Because even now, I pick up every item drop, even it's like I'm already full on bombs. Why am I picking up bombs?
Because it makes a sound. It goes.
So that's definitely something I would need to break in Z1. It's not as bad in Z2.
Yeah, it's pretty bad for me in all games. I tend to be a collector sort of person. But I worked it out.
As far as items are concerned, my bad habit would be going out of my way to get a potion and never use it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could definitely see myself doing that too.
Unless I'm at Ganon or something, which if you're not using a potion against Ganon, why bother having it?
Patra?
Personally, I'm cool with Patras. I kind of find it funny how people react to Patras. You haven't seen the things I've seen.
You sound like an old man. War.
Well, it's a thing called Zelda Classic.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so you know of Zelda Classic. So you know about the level 2, level 3 Patras. That makes level 1s look like a joke.
Yeah, I don't know if they had level 2 Patras when I played it. It was a long time ago, but they did have some other, enemies that were quite powerful. Like the Black Octoroks was one of the enemies that they had.
Oh yeah, the Magic Octoroks, yeah.
Yeah,
those things are still there. They still hit like a truck.
And they're fast as all get out.
Mm-hmm. Death Knights are still around too.
Yeah. I thought those were pretty cool, but I was hoping for more variety in the enemies, upping the stats is kind of a cheap way, but that was a long time ago.
Well, I mean, nowadays you can do whatever you want with enemies. You can make the stats whatever. You can make their behavior whatever.
Yeah, it's the behavior that I really would find interesting.
I'm just wondering what the heck. Yeah, so he's key hunting, it looks like.
Well, if you're not taking advantage of your magic 8 that you grinded up, why'd you grind it up,
I think he's been using his magic for life and such. Although it looks like he is taking intentional death to refill it.
Well, if this is the way that he likes to play, then that's cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna begrudge someone how they want to play. It's just it's not really conducive to being competitive to being competitive in races.
Right.
I mean, goodness knows with the habits that I've that I have, I was expecting to go over in a lot of these tournaments. I'm always impressed when I don't, honestly. So I get that. Because like I see people like your Lightnings and Rose City Saints and the like is like I guess I expect the entire field to be as strong as them.
Yeah, well, sometimes they are. There's a lot of good players.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like I started 0-3. I had kind of resigned myself, and then I went to 1-3, and then a couple nights ago, I won by like 2 minutes. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's nice to have those victories.
I hope Dr. J is going in the right direction, because I have not really paid much attention to how P6 was laid out.
Yeah, me neither, really. But he's back in here, so he must know that it's the only way.
Yeah, I think it was past the ferry room. At least not since he has maxed out everything, the enemies are really a non-issue.
Yeah, that's true. And now he's breaking these blocks that were in this way. Yeah, this is where EGT bit the dust.
Yeah, I remember that now.
He's gonna get the feedback. Oh, he can't get the feedback now.
Yeah, and any cast fairy would save him, but now he has to leave and re-enter the room.
Yeah, I'll do that, especially if you don't know what's coming up.
At this point, I think a lot of us are probably conditioned to cast fairy in situations like that.
Yeah,
we're just so used to it.
I mean, obviously it's faster if you just die, but then if you game over, that's no bueno.
Right.
And here's the item room. He's got 4,000 experience. He's gonna have like 4,500 experience when this is done. Do you think he's gonna walk out?
Well, he didn't walk out of 3, so...
No.
And as I said, he doesn't know that this is where the hammer is. He's about to discover it.
Then if he walks out, he has to go through that room again, so...
Yeah, he's saving, and I think he knows where he has to go now.
Cool.
If he gets when he gets the boots in Death Mountain, that will give him access to. It means he won't necessarily have to go through Jump Cave to get to P1.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway.
There was a nice little lake there, I think.
I think it was more of a river, but...
I think it was more of a fjord. Okay? I just like that word.
I just thought of where that Death Mountain entrance was again. Well, there was Jump Cave.
Well, I should only need to find one of them. I don't think there was anything keeping the two entrances from connecting, so...
I just think he's forgotten where either of them were.
Well, after 2 hours and 3 minutes, you start losing it. I might even start checking on the other continent for Death Mountain if I was, like 2.5 hours in.
I think he's on the right track now. I think he was in that swamp.
Yeah, that sounds about right. There we go.
We know Spectacle Rock wasn't free. He does have to go through something to get to it. I forget the path that it was taken, though.
Yeah, this could take a little bit. I think there were 3 caves that lead to Spectral Rock, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. So not like impossible or anything, but
apologies for being well. There's the 3-tile landmass right there again. At the risk of being mean, if there's 3 caves there, there is that chance that 2 of those caves led to each other.
not here, but soon. Oh yeah, still using that normal thunder. I wonder what he thinks that fire's connected to.
I don't think he ever tried it.
Well, I think he might have tried it in Nukasuto, right? I know BGT did, but I think he did too. Uh-oh. Yeah, we got...
Could we get someone taking care of that? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, pretty much was, Trails. It was not an easy seed. Well, at least not to finish it off. But, yeah, it was a little lopsided.
Alright, so looking ahead, it looks like there's only one more race for this week. It's tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern. We have Riku Player versus Zarnax 42. I don't know their records offhand, but I can...
I think Riku... yeah, I don't know exactly.
They are both 2-2.
Nice.
So they're both in. They're just playing for seeding at this point.
No, Trails, it was just an automated bot. A spam bot.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. Dr. J still hunting around Death Mountain looking for Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, but in addition to Riku Player versus Zarnax 42 in Zelda 2 Randomizer, and I guess that would be our last Zelda 2 Randomizer sort of pools that we got going on. But there are other Zelda races. I'm going to mention this now and maybe after the in-game interview. We got Ocarina of Time accessible weekly. Ocarina of Time Randomizer accessible weekly for the European Union. And that's going to be at 9 a.m. in the morning, Eastern Time. Then we got A Link to the Past, Gem versus Act the
Boker.
Boker. Okay, I thought it was just me reading that. Yeah, that's at 12
No, I just
p.m.
recognized the name.
Gotcha. And then at 3, we've got Ocarina of Time Randomizer, Multi-World, the Sexy Gomas versus Anime was a mistake. Okay, interesting name. I think they paired each other off just to put their names together like in a jar and see which one would win. And at the same time, at 3 p.m., we've got an Oracle of Seasons Randomizer Weekly. So we got a couple things going on tomorrow. Five races. Take your pick. Or 6, if I can count correctly. That's 6.
So Dr. J does have his boots now.
Oh, good.
And he's not going back to the east, and nope, he's taken the, Okay, yeah, that is a pretty quick route to P1.
I think P1 was on the left, wasn't it? I think that's just is that it?
Yeah, that's P1.
Okay. Oh yeah, there you go. I see how the river I blocked it off. I like that little
Two
topography.
boot block palaces. There's P1. Well, actually, technically it wasn't boot locked. The jump cave led to there as well. And the hammer was in Palace 6.
No, Trails, only one was boot blocked. Palace 1, sorry, only one of the palaces, Palace 6, was boot blocked. Palace 1, you can get.
Palace 4 was boot locked.
Oh my god, I'm
6
sorry.
was in 3i Rock.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm losing it, I guess. Yeah, and Palace 1, there's jump cave you can take to get through there.
But who takes jump cave?
I don't. It's a long cave to go through.
Mm-hmm. And Dr. J finding Horsehead lightning fast, takes him out also lightning fast. And we'll be getting his level 9.
Which level 9 will it be? Will he because it's probably not going to be level 9 attack.
It's probably life.
Yeah.
Life.
Will he take the level? Or will he wait and try to get level 9 attack?
I think he might be looking for Ruto.
Oh. Turning that trophy.
Oh, there was actually magic. Wow.
Yeah. It was another 1,000 experience to attack. Yeah, I was hoping he would hold on to that experience and try to get something else. For the memes, at least.
Yeah, I'm wondering what... Well, I guess we'll find out which spell's in Ruto and which one's in Darunia.
Yep.
Or, yeah, Mido had Reflect, didn't it?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Actually, looking at Dr. J's tracker, I think Reflect was in New Kasuda. But we'll see well, Ruto has Shield. Yeah, Reflect was in New Kasuda. So by process of elimination, we know Jump is in Darunia.
He might go get it. If he doesn't have a child, hopefully not.
The child was in P1.
Yeah, and he's already done P1, so...
Yes, bentglasstube saw the hint for for the child, so. I mean, unless he's trying to full 100% the seed, he looks like he's heading back to the. Looks like he's going to be heading for Valley of Death in a moment.
Yeah, good. Not going for that jump spell.
Yeah, because he has. Wait, no, where is he going?
Shortcut.
That's not. Oh, he's going for the ocean tile.
Oh. Gotta pick up that cross.
Pick up that cross, yeah. If he was going back for the P1 item, the Palace one was in the west. If he was going back for the P1 item, he'd be going back to the west.
Yeah, he wouldn't have come east already if he wanted that.
I'm still wondering where he's going, because that's not the way to P4.
No.
We did not see a hint for the boots.
No, there wasn't one. We saw all 4 hints, I think, right? No, we only saw 3.
I know we saw at least 3. We saw the hint for the cross in the east, the hammer in P6, and the P bag in 3.
Dr. J is...
those are the only hints that I remember.
Kind of looks like Dr. J is skipping... Okay, he's going back.
Yeah, he's
why did you get the boots? Cool. Good. I want Jungle Zelda 2 instead of Forest Zelda 2. I want monkeys. I want to stab monkeys that are swinging through the vines.
And there's the first dead end, and he's going for the key.
Is he gonna get all the keys?
He's been going out of his way to get some of these keys. That's a bit impressive, though. I didn't know you could do that.
What? Cast fairy?
No, he cast fairy and hit the red magic jar at the same time and got his magic refilled.
Well, he was down on magic already. He was down like a bar.
Well, it's just that the timing looked
right. I get what you're saying. No, but all that would require is that you hit the P bag first. If you had like...
I didn't think of it. It just looked like he did this two at the same time, and I don't know. I'm trying to be positive here, and well, he's found the boss.
He looks a little frustrated in his thing, but I mean, that's what you're looking for, a quick boss, right?
He probably wants that key, even though he doesn't need it anymore. The magic key, even though... By process of elimination, we're assuming that the magic key is in 4.
Yeah, it has to be here.
And even though he really doesn't need it anymore... Right.
Okay, he's...
I am...
leaving.
Looks like he's gonna let the experience roll in and get another level 9.
Yep.
Okay, Okay, I heard the lads shout this out a little earlier, but I'm gonna get it in once more before I fall asleep at the wheel here. I wanted to let y'all know, while Dr. JPHD is headed to Great Palace to wrap up his run, I wanted to run down, words are hard, I'm exhausted. What we've got coming up for you tomorrow.
That's it.
So, at 9 a.m. Eastern, we've got the Ocarina of Time Randomizer weekly race for EU-centric time. We had the NA Weekly earlier today. We've got the EU Weekly coming up Sunday mornings for North America, early afternoon for Europe. Later on in the day at noon Eastern, we've got Link to the Past Randomizer Cross Keys match. We're getting late on in the tournaments. This is game 1 of a best of 3 for Gem versus Ack the Boker. At 2 o'clock, we've got Rikaplaya versus Zarnax42 with more Z2R, which is, I know what all y'all are here for, but hey, we do have more Zelda here on this channel. At 3 p.m., we have the Ocarina of Time Randomizer Multi-World Tournament match. A lot of people are really excited for this one. We've got the Sexy Gomas versus Anime Was a Mistake. Sexy Gomas has Twitch superstar Spike Vegeta on that team, so a lot of people are real jazzed to tune in for that match, and he always puts on a very good show for us when he participates in our tourney matches. And then also at 3 p.m. tomorrow, we've got Oracle of Seasons Randomizer Weekly. I want to make sure, before I fell unconscious, because oh my god, this is past my bedtime. Yes, the Sexy Gomas versus Anime Was a Mistake. As I was trying to tell the lads earlier, yeah, the team names are one of the highlights of the multi-world tournament. We've got some really lovely participants. Team Richard the Dog, Nehru's Boys won their match earlier. The Try Too Hards, we've got the Rumbling Gorons, which is one of the teams that's expected to go far. We've got Praise the Quad Sun, which is making fun of a Project 64 visual glitch that happens when you play Randomizer on it. I'm
familiar with that. It's not just Randomizer that happens on.
Okay, well, got teams like NA Aim, Skulltula Ends Like Tarantula, Hail King Weep, BRB, the Baguette Rando Bros. We've got a lot of French teams in this tournament. 4 Hour Dodongo, Free Ingo 2020, Last Locationers. We got a lot of goofy team names in the multi-world tournament. Everybody put on their A game for coming up with a fun and funny team name there.
Nice.
Yeah, we had one of those matches that we were able to show off earlier today. That's why I'm so exhausted. I provided commentary for like 6 hours for that match.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Looks like Dr. JPHD is now fighting his Thunderbird, so maybe I will try and hold out so that we can see this dot done. Oh my god, I'm ready to fall asleep at the wheel here. I will pass it back to these guys because I am babbling, but I wanted to make sure chat knew what all we had coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's going to be about another 20 minutes. It was a little complicated after Thunderbird, if I'm not
mistaken. I remember that. That's why I'm a little wary of saying, well, maybe we should keep it going. Because about 20 minutes ago, more than 20 minutes ago, I was like, maybe we should call this. Yeah. I'm trying not to fall asleep.
Yeah, well, maybe now's a good time to kick it over to his channel, since we just had a very nice outro and all that. I'd be okay with staying here until the end of the race, but I think either way is a good solution.
Yeah, I feel bad doing it, but oh my goodness, this race was originally submitted as being scheduled at 3 p.m. Eastern, and so that's what the Restream team planned for. They had a restreamer set up for that. And then when we went to ping the runners, they're like, 3? What? No, our match is at 11. And And so me being one of the few West Coasters, even though I'd already done several hours of restreaming today, I was like, okay, whatever, sure. I got y'all's back.
Probably if things were submitted military time, maybe it was 3 and 23 getting mixed up or something. I don't know.
3 o'clock is 1500.
I'm throwing theories out at this point. So.
Yeah, no, we got no idea how that got mixed up, but it did somehow. But, okay, I will get that command put in because, like I said, I'm so sorry. I wanted to see this through, but I rolled a doozy today. Oh goodness. I am just not capable of seeing it through to the end. I'm sorry, I don't get lost place of the restreamers today. I'm not finishing what I start. I'm the worst. I'm sorry.
No, it's great. You've held up for quite a while, and thanks very much to you for restreaming, and thanks to ZeldaSpeedRuns for hosting us, and to all our viewers. If we got some left right now, I know Trails is still with us.
There's still some people here.
We got a few. But we're gonna send you over to Dr. JPHD. I'm assuming that his chat is closed or an emote-only mode or something, so just spam your favorite emote when you get over there. He'll see it when he gets back to chat.
I'm gonna make a Death Mountain glove emote, and it's gonna be horrible.
Just some emote combo.
Yeah, just to... I'm not going to say that. People will take that seriously, so never mind.
Oh, we're having to be very conscientious about that with the multi-world tournament because there's so many people who have so many detailed emotes of items and things in Ocarina of Time. Oh, God.
Not to mention that sarcasm does not exist on the internet.
True. Yeah, sarcasm is very much... Well, Americans love sarcasm, not every country does.
Yes, but the thing is, you can try to be sarcastic, but people treat it like you're being serious. So.
Yeah, but I gotta say thank you to Johnny Game Show for tracking today, also to Bleeding Blue for tracking today. This is his 3rd match of the day tracking.
Sheesh.
He tracked Cross Keys this morning, he tracked Ocarina of Time Randomizer this afternoon, and here now, late at night, he was tracking Z2R. So, champ for the tracking there. He's got a merit badge or something for all that.
Yeah, respect to that for sure.
Yeah, and thank you, Melee Wizard, and also to Nightcrawler for stepping in kind of last minute, so that folks would have company here.
I'm a last minute guy. Well, yeah, it's been great. So I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow or next week for the next set of races.
Yeah, we've got the final Swiss match coming up tomorrow, and I'm assuming after that, the Alan Heffley will let us know how the bracket matchup squares out. And I'm sure y'all are quite eager to get your matches in, so I'm sure we'll see round 1 of brackets start up as soon as people are allowed to start scheduling those races. 3 hours later, first match.
Right.
Probably.
Anyway, y'all, we're heading over to Dr. JPHD. Spam your favorite emote over there. Show him that you love him.